Welcome back to State of Sonder. I am recording this intro currently in London on our apartment patio. I had forgot to do this part back at home, but I am here in Europe for 2 weeks with one of my best friends from kindergarten. It was the most random and spontaneous trip. And when we got off the plane yesterday and we're walking around, we were both so delusional. And I was just like, where am I? Like, am I really here right now? But it's really nice, and I'm so excited for this trip. But today's episode is with two guests, which I have never done, but they're kind of a dynamic duo, and they're best friends, Jake and Zach. I met these two because we were all coaching at F45 at one point or another, and we've just remained friends, and they're so kind, so sweet. They bring the best energy, always so positive. And they've kind of done a lot of different things. They worked in the fitness space. They were models. Now they're working in acting. And so I just felt like their journey was super interesting. And I wanted to kind of talk about their growth, the challenges they face both professionally and personally. And it was such a good time. And we were just changing out the battery about an hour into filming, and then my SD card got corrupted, so I actually thought this was lost, but I spent hours trying to recover it, and thank God I did, because the conversation was so good. And I would have been so sad if I couldn't put this out. But I was really, really grateful because they came very honest and just vulnerable, and they really opened up and shared a lot, which I really valued and appreciated. I think it was such a fun episode, and I hope you enjoy. Jake and Zach, welcome to State of Sonder.
Woo! It's Jake and Zach.
I am so excited to have you guys on. I've been honestly looking forward to this for so long. First of all, before we get into everything, how are you guys doing?
I'm so excited. I'm over here just cheesing.
I'm very excited. Doing very well. Life has been great lately, and I'm very happy.
What have you guys been up to?
You go
Do you want me first?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I'll start. It's kind of a similar thing that we've both been doing that has been a huge change in our lives. Is for so long we're both in entertainment, so like just trying to figure out how to get to our goals and dreams. And there's been this whole new platform called vertical dramas. They're soap operas. Soap operas on crack.
I do know about this.
Yes, soap operas on crack, I like to call them, but they've been just such a change of pace for life where you're getting paid to do what you love and around people that are all just positive energy, and it's just a fun way to live your day and make money doing it.
And that's been your kind of main thing for both of you guys right now in this season of life.
Yeah. It's been nice. I just like, for me at least, I started last April. So it's been a little bit over a year, but I kind of just, like, I feel like I got really lucky on the first one I got, and I fell into it I was actually a modeling agency that got me the audition. And at the time, I was just in such a bad place. I feel like in most aspects of life, like financially and, mentally, I was just not really happy with where I was at. Mm-hmm. And, doing the audition, I remember Zach helped me with the audition. I was just like, I've never acted before. I've never read dialogue in a professional setting. Like, there's no way I'm gonna get this job.
What was the character's name? It was Lafayette. General Lafayette.
General Lafayette. Yeah.
Yeah, Lafayette. That's what it was.
General Lafayette.
Yeah, and it's just
it was like a time. It was like a period piece time. What do they call that?
Like a period piece?
Period piece,
yeah.
that's it, yeah. So it was
Wait, Zach, get closer.
Oh, sorry. It was a period piece.
Not that close.
So basically, it was like when we were filming it, it was there was part past of like really old back in
yeah.
White wig, right?
Yeah,
White
like George Washington looking.
But this was all for the same kind of dramas.
Yeah.
Okay,
so like basically the plot was like the main gal. Her name was, golly, I'm just like going blank.
You could make up a name.
Yeah, it was something.
Rebecca.
Yeah.
Rebecca gets lost in.
Oh man, it's important though because it's like I think it's actually like a historical figure of some sort. But anywho, she is like sentenced to death in the past life, and then we're married in the present life. I'm Nick. That's my normal name, and hers is let's just say it's
Rebecca.
Yeah. And we're just like, our marriage isn't great, but like basically she goes back in time and like, I don't know, somehow like she doesn't get killed, and like she rewrites basically the future,
The
like,
story,
makes up
okay.
for what, like all the past.
And
These are
there's-
so dramatic. Okay.
Right.
No, so I know about these because
You're a fan?
on TikTok, I would keep getting them. And like they're so addicting where like you like want to know, but right at the end they're like, now pay for like
Yeah, they're really good at that stuff.
but there's like so many different platforms that are doing it. It's super popular.
Yeah.
So like
There's-
you got into it from your modeling agencies.
Yeah, it
So-
was an agency I was with at the time, and then they just gave me an audition, or they sent the audition over, and Zach was helping me with it. But I didn't think I was gonna get it. But I was like, oh, of course I need work.
Yeah.
Like let's give it a shot, and then I ended up picking it. And after that, I feel like it started getting really busy with it. Like I booked one, and then soon after booked my second, and then it just kind of like really fortunately it got busy and it changed. Like,
I want to, because I do want to go into this more deeply, but I
Yeah.
do want to go kind of like back a little to like how you guys got to this place, because
Nice.
where I met you guys is F45, obviously.
Yeah.
And I was like a member first. And then after COVID, I met you, Zach,
Yeah.
and then you were a trainer there. And then after a couple years, I started coaching with you guys, not as heavily as you, but I was coaching
Sunday
briefly,
Debbie. It was
Sunday Debbie.
Sundays with Debbie.
Sunday
But
sessions,
and
yeah.
and you guys were both not from LA.
Yes.
So
So you want to go way back?
no, I just kind of like I want to know like the journey to like how, because now it's been what, like I feel like I've known you guys for so long now.
Yeah.
That was when
2021.
2020.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2021.
2021,
I
yeah.
started in F45 August 2021.
Yeah, and I
think.
went shortly
And then you were
after.
The month after.
September, October.
Yeah.
So geez, it's
You
been
started
a
first.
minute. So okay, you're from Ohio,
Yeah.
and Jake, you're from Oklahoma. So
yeah.
what brought you guys out here? First
All
of
right,
all,
where do we start? Should I start with my little introduction to my
Yeah,
life?
yeah, go ahead.
I was born September 17th, 1996 in Cincinnati, Ohio first.
Yes.
Who day? That's why I've got all these things on my wrist.
Bengals.
Eventually moved to Columbus, Ohio. So I grew up. That's where I grew up my whole life. Played baseball, sports, all that stuff. But also my favorite thing to do with my friends was make little short comedies with your friends, your family. And just, I mean, even if we filmed them at 4 a.m., those never saw the light of day, but that's what I spent my time doing. And that's what I love doing. Eventually went to school for production. I was lucky enough to get transferred into the University of Southern California for film production. Never saw it as an attainable dream to be an actor. Just to be honest, I was just heavier growing up. And my dad always wanted my sister to be the star, and I was going to make him, which I loved making him. But I really did. It satisfies more the kid in my heart to perform in front of that little circle in front of us.
Yeah.
And so after I went through something in college that made me reroute what do I want to do, and I ended up booking a modeling gig when I started getting into the acting world, which is where I met Jake. And this is where
I
our
didn't
story
know how that's how you guys met.
our stories crossed. I booked through Backstage. It was for an Indian backpack company in Yosemite, where we just for 4 days or something like that. We just traveled through Yosemite, all paid, looking over our shoulders like this.
Oh, I do,
like
I do
pretending-
remember this. I do remember
Yeah.
this.
And I thought I was gonna hate Jake because all I saw was his Instagram. And I was like, this is a model. And I'm just a guy from Ohio. I don't know what's going on. But then we bonded over breakfast crunch wraps and Star Wars and
yep.
just being silly goobs. And yeah, best friends ever since.
That was 2019.
Yeah.
So we've known
Okay.
each other for a
Pre-COVID.
while now. Yeah, right before COVID.
But Jake, so what brought you out here?
Well, I was actually originally born here. So I was born in California, but both my parents are from Oklahoma. So let's see, I was born in 95. So when I was 6, so 2001, we moved back to.
You were born at 6?
I was born at 6 years. No, I was born in 95 when I was 6, which
Yeah.
was 2001. We
Yeah.
moved as a family to Oklahoma. So
Okay.
I have an older sister, and just because I wanted to raise this new family, since they're both originally from there. So grew up living in Oklahoma. I feel like listening to Zach, what he was saying, like wanting to be in the spotlight, I would say that's kind of where my life was different. I didn't like being the center of attention just because like there were certain things I guess I like was struggling with growing up that did not give me the most confidence. So I didn't like to be like, but then, until I found sports, and that's what that was like my saving grace. I feel like just excelling at that and doing well. But but yeah, I didn't like being in front of people. I didn't like speaking to people, like unless spoken to. Like I hated speeches in class. I hated all that stuff. Until I guess until I really the past year until I fell into this is where like I really found something that I have fun with. And like we were saying, like going to work and actually enjoying that journey to work makes such a difference.
That's honestly the
being
best.
excited to go do what you're like doing. I just hadn't found that until I guess really last year I started these.
I feel like both of you guys are like in this like era of just like happiness with where you're at, which like because I feel like obviously I've known you guys for so many years now, and I feel like fitness has always kind of been a part of you guys because you guys were in sports, but also when you come out here for something like modeling or acting, a lot of times like you need to like have other jobs and roles to supplement. And was that kind of why you guys got into the fitness space or?
Well, yeah. I mean, when I got into it, I never knew it was going to be a huge part of my life. But like you said, I think like you said, we're in our era of happiness right now, which is a really cool thing. And it's because the first time in our lives, you're being in a way rewarded for what you love doing. Meaning like people appreciate, they're thankful to watch what you provide for them. And it's one of the most rewarding feelings in the world for someone to appreciate what you love doing for 12 hours of your day. When in the past, before fitness, I mean, I worked at Chipotle. I was working at one point, I always bring this up because I still have no idea how I ended up here, a sweat factory for women's athletic bras. Don't know. Dude, I don't know how. It was a literal like factory in East. Storage unit, right? Yeah, no. Well, that was another thing. I was like in a storage unit. Somehow that transitioned to a sweat factory in East LA lined with sewing machines. And I was the guy in the corner counting metal bra parts for athletic female bras. So if an order needed 5,000 of these shipped and I only had 25 in my bag, 2,500, I had to count out the rest to meet that 5,000. Don't know how I had that job. Feels like a fever dream. But like at that time, how you said we're in our era of happiness back then, even though we had great people, we had you, we had all these different stupid things we were doing. Yeah. We were having fun, but at the same time, at the core level of us, we were freaking out. Like money was tough. We weren't happy. I hated driving to Chipotle every day.
That's the big difference is like not happy with ourselves. Like you can have all the like exterior and like, you know, other things in life. Like, you know, like and obviously like friends are an amazing thing to have, especially if you're going through things like that, like to talk to people and like have out like someone to reach out to. But it is hard to get through certain things if you're really not truly inside, proud, confident, or happy with like yourself or what you're doing. And that's like battling your own demons, your own, I guess, problems you're having is so like can be so fucking tough. And I understand that. So, so going through that, but I feel like regardless of that, like I would never regret, or even though like shit was bad for a while, like I would never
take anything back.
Yeah, or take that for granted, because I think going through stuff like that is important. Like, know, if either failing at yourself, failing in jobs, like to build yourself up.
Was it Nocturnal? Where we got to see Millennium together?
Yes. Do you remember? That was
no way in a financial position that the two of us were at Nocturnal that year. But like I would never take back those moments because it really just made people made it meaningful. And I would never trade anything for that. But it's so nice to actually have that on top of people.
So aside from the opportunity that came with the shorts and stuff, like what do you think shifted? Like, do you feel like there was something mentally or just within yourself that you felt shifted that kind of opened up this like pathway for you guys to feel this kind of happiness? Or do you think it really was this opportunity?
I think it was an opportunity, honestly, like, because I'm trying to think what else, like there's just a lot of things like going on in my life at that moment that I was just like, what the hell? Like, nothing work-wise was just happening. Like, I had my father was very sick at the time. Like, I was, you know, in a relationship that was struggling at the time. Like, I was like, there's nothing else that really would have given me this like happiness or outlook if it wasn't for that job, really. So I feel like I owe everything to that opportunity. So.
I'm trying to think if I had anything that also shifted before the opportunity. but it was just
Going into that
it was
audition was zero confidence. I was like, there's no way I'm getting this, so I'm just gonna do it.
playing General
that was
Lafayette, showing up.
the attitude I had, and it sucks to see. Like, but like I don't care because like at this point, it's like I'm happy I found something that.
Well, it's like, I mean, right before it, like obviously, like you get auditions, like you go out for stuff. Like I was always helping him with self tapes. He was helping me. You were lucky if you got a call back or even made it through. Even my first booking for these like soap operas, these vertical dramas, I didn't book it until the end of last year, like December 2024. And that was the whole process beforehand, is you were just constantly reaching and hoping for that opportunity and getting to a point where you're just like,
Yeah.
will I get it? Mm-hmm. I'm going to audition for General Lafayette. This is me.
So how has the cadence kind of been since like starting? Like, have you guys just, is it like by show, or do you guys just have like a continued contract and like, wait, Jake, you have to put it closer.
It's usually just based on, it's project to project. So like if it's all usually just different, you'll have a contract for that project and an agreement, but it'll like the next project you get will be obviously different.
Yeah, there's it feels like that was the tough thing about for me getting in, is sometimes it felt like they had their database of people. And so then once you do one, people see your face and they see how you're received, and then they'll bring you back and have you do more stuff. And that's pretty much, that was the question, right?
Yeah. But like, I feel like you guys have been doing this like pretty regularly. So like, has it been kind of a continuous thing? Has it been? Okay, that's good.
You
that's
meet
awesome.
Some of the crews you work with, they're so special. Like the vibe that's on there and like the fun you have when you show up to work for 12 hours, that's what carries over, which is really cool. People pitch around your name, say that you're just a decent person to work with. And so a lot more opportunity comes from not being a little stink.
Yeah.
So like just being like the bare minimum, just like kind to others and just like having fun with other people.
Smiling.
And being just like, having fun on set, like it makes such a difference, and it's not hard, but just like hearing those little things of like, even if like someone's like, oh, like people tell me about Zach, that, oh, like Zach's the best, like he's great, and I love hearing that. It's like people like Zach comes home and tells me, oh, like they said that like you really had a lot of fun working with you on set. It's like that. That's so cool. Just to hear any sort of like it's like this only time that in my life that I've had like feedback from something I'm doing, like positive feedback. But, like, that means like to me that means so much to me. I think it's so cool that people care enough that they're even watching these, and then two, like giving you feedback from it. Like it's just like it still blows my mind.
Like good feedback.
Yeah, it's really nice. It just makes me feel good.
Yeah, the best way I describe it is this is almost like a mini compressed version of the world that a lot of us are reaching for. It's so wild. There's little fan clubs for people. They create reels.
Oh my god, like the fan, like
where it's like
shots?
cool, boom, edits of you walking in your suits, cool, and people like they'll comment, they'll post stories. Like this morning, drawings. People draw you, and this morning, one that I was really looking forward to came out last night. And to wake up and have people say how touched they were, how emotionally affected they were. And
oh my gosh.
It's a mini introduction to just what we've all wanted, is to tell these little stories and make someone feel a different thing that they feel in their everyday life. Yeah.
What was your favorite one so far, storyline to shoot?
I think.
Have you guys done one together yet?
No, we want to. We want to do one.
Yeah, we'd love
That'd be so fun.
For me, I filmed one in Atlanta last year that was really fun. It was a mafia.
Oh, okay.
It was really cool, and just like it was crazy how it was such a cluster F. But like, I think with the cast that I got, like super blessed to be with, it made such a difference. Like we had so much fun, and then I did one that was like a body swap. So it was like I got to play a girl, and the girl played me.
Wait, hold on.
It's like Freaky Friday, basically.
Yeah, he had to act.
Oh, so you had to act like a girl.
That was the most fun I've ever had on one of these projects, because it was the first time from one of these. Like usually it's like CEO, so I'm like very stoic. And boss energy.
But you're challenged.
It's the first time I got to be challenged of like. One, it was comedic, and then two, which is not really, is pretty rare with these, like that they're actually like strictly comedy, but And then like to play a woman is like that. I'd never done that before, so just like it was so fun. I had so much fucking fun. Like at first, like the first day, I was kind of like, yeah, I don't know, like what's going on.
Yeah,
and then,
yeah.
like, just kind of like when you let go and just let loose with it, it's just like, this is fun. It's like kind of send it. It was
my
really
God,
fun. I had so
awesome.
much fun with that. And
Wait,
so,
what
and to
was-
hear stuff like to hear feedback on that one especially because I like it was challenging. Like that's really cool because it's like I had so much fun.
What was that one called?
Trapped in.
Hot CEO trapped inside my body.
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay, Zach, what about you?
Mine was also my Atlanta one that I did. It was called I don't know if they'll change the title. It's not out. It's called My Hockey Alpha. And for one,
Okay, I have a question about this after you go.
yes, it was a hockey one and a werewolf one. And I think the fun thing about it is I lied to their face. I remember the callback on the Zoom. You hear recording now in progress. And they're like, all right, so we just want to make sure you're familiar with hockey, comfortable on skates, and just
gosh.
capable of doing this. That was the first question. I'm like, yep. In Ohio, all we did during Christmas time was put on our skates and play hockey. That was my thing. I told them, not true. The most I've ever done is skate with like an ex-girlfriend where you're like,
Oh gosh, Zach. Oh my God.
On the
Okay.
rail, like
get a little cocky and try and jump, but like it's just a little baby hop. That's all I've ever done on skates. So I booked the role, and it was so fun. For 2 weeks, I was going to the nearby skating rink, trying to get good, going fast, and cut stopping and all that. And it was such a challenge because we showed up that day to shoot all the hockey stuff.
Yeah.
I was surrounded by college athletes who all play hockey. And then they were like, why don't you go warm up with the guys?
Oh my gosh.
This is the first time I was like, I had pads on. First time I held a stick, helmet. I get out there, I can barely stand up. These guys are passing the stick around midair and like slap shotting it. And I can barely stay on my feet. And I fell multiple times.
Did they catch a hint that you didn't actually know how to play hockey?
I think so. I mean, I was capable of doing parts at a time, but it was so funny because the first shot was you come out onto the rink, pump up the crowd, game starts, skids stop, oh shit, steal the puck.
Oh my God.
Skate up, slap shot, score, celebrate, get checked into the wall and fight. Not broken up. And then I
That's
fell
ballsy.
within seconds. Did about 15 times, hit each part, and I just sat there like my old sports days like this. And the director comes up. He's like, "Hey, buddy, we know you don't play college ball like these guys. It's okay." I was like, "Yeah, whatever." Like I was so disappointed. Yeah, but like sports.
But that is so you to like be like, no, I know how to do it.
No, I'll be fine.
And then you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That is very you coded. The thing I wanted to ask though is because a lot of these shorts, there's like something with like an alpha.
Yeah.
Like what does
They're
that
like
mean?
werewolves.
What does
They're
that mean?
werewolves.
That's the alpha.
Like, but what does that mean?
It's a werewolf.
It's the alpha.
Oh, that's literally what it is.
That's like a really popular category. Is the werewolf.
yeah. The alpha is the leader of the pack. It's the like strong.
And then there's the Luna, which
yeah,
is like
The girl. But
it's the weak. It's
I love it.
you're my Luna.
Alpha and the Luna are like mystically tied.
They're usually very toxic relationships.
Yeah, it's
They
very
love each
toxic.
other. Yeah.
Okay.
But then she becomes stronger as they bond together.
Yes.
He rejects her at first. It's
Right.
like, why do you smell like another wolf? And then they get in fights.
Yeah, it's great.
And then eventually it's like, me.
Okay,
I'm
but
strong now.
How long are these? How long are these series? Like how many episodes?
I mean, as far as script goes, they could be anywhere from 90 to 100 pages, or a lot, or bigger than that. It was like a full feature.
But like how?
They're
like,
about
each
an,
one is.
They're about an hour to an hour and a half runtime if you watch them all the way through. But each episode is 1 to 2 minutes.
Yeah, minute and a half,
1 to 2
yeah,
minutes.
Exactly.
And what platform are you? Like yours specifically? Because there's so many now, right?
So many.
What was the question? How
Like
many?
the platform that it's on. Like what is it called?
There's a lot. There's a lot.
So your shorts, are they like across different platforms, or is it like?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you don't like there would be too many.
To list.
Yeah, but what's like an example of like a few?
Real short.
Real short,
Drama
good
box.
short, drama box, drama wave,
Short max.
Short max.
Surreal.
Yeah, surreal. Big
Dreamwave.
Okay, so with with these shorts now, what's kind of coming up next for you guys? Or like what's coming up next in general, I guess.
For me, I don't really have too many other things going on besides these, which is fine. Like I think it's a good way to keep working on acting and like save some money too.
I think what's next for us. These are wonderful low stakes things where you can practice new things. Like, especially if you're emotionally challenged, it's an opportunity because it's so fast paced to figure out what's your method to get there the quickest and achieve it the fastest. So that when you get in these opportunities later where you have more time, it's so much easier, and you know what you're capable of. Because that's what I love about them right now is like, I usually watch them when they come out of me to see what I would change next time with prep, or how I would do a scene differently, whether it's like a facial expression or where you want to keep your eyes in a scene. So I think that's what's great about these now, is to continue training to figure out what is going to be your thing that leads you to the next thing. But we've been talking, we want to write our own, I think.
Ooh.
Because obviously you know the niches, you know what's popular. How can you put your spin on it where we can work together, make it fun, which is usually what we like doing, is being silly little guys.
Yeah.
Write that in a script that also fits in the world, I think would be the next step for us before hopefully one day you use them as a trampoline to whatever's next.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you guys want to like act in like for you did always have this kind of dream, Zach, for acting, but like Jake, did you also have that?
Not until I started, really. I feel like I always told Zach, like,
That's
I'm not
not
gonna
for
act
me,
it.
yeah.
I was focusing so much on print stuff, like modeling, that even though that was not doing anything for me, or I was rarely booking, like, I don't know why I was so focused on that, and where this whole lack of confidence came from for acting. But once I started doing that, it's like, this is really something I would love to continue doing if I'm able to.
I think it's so cool to think back to, like, it's kind of off topic, but when we first started doing our own like comedy sketches, how things have changed since that day. Because like Jake never believed in himself, for one, but when he would do his lines, it was so funny because you would get so hung up if there was an and in between a word and he forgot it. He'd be like, oh, God, all right, do it. Sorry, what is it again? What are the exact lines?
So hyper-focused
And
on
you
the
just be like,
dialogue.
you're good. But like to see the confidence he's built and the comfortability, like when you help with self tapes and stuff like that, like it's cool. That's what I'm saying. They just you develop a confidence with these, which are cool.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because like I feel like, again, this is the same kind of vibe you got, Zach, from Jake. Is like when you look at Jake's Instagram, you're not going to think that he like you feel that way, like you like struggle with that. I feel like modeling is a very tough space to be in. So it's like, do you feel like that actually in a way was more detrimental to you, or do you still feel like, is that something you still do? And like, how did that industry kind of, what did that do to you?
Say something to like
feel like
piggyback your thing, or
that?
like lead. You want me to say something that I'll lead you to
go
it?
for it.
Knowing I never did a lot of modeling before meeting Jake, but like I've heard stories from him, and then when I got into it, I can only imagine how that would have affected me. Like when I started doing fitness modeling, I had people like got big thighs, and one time like I was modeling shorts, and they said, oh, better stop going to the gym. Those legs are becoming unphotographable. And that's the things that those people say. And
Like don't go to the gym?
Yeah, they were saying that my legs were getting so ugly that they do not work on camera anymore. And like
my
that's
God.
they say that stuff.
They have that attitude towards it.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes like
Or-
photographers are like, not to like bash anyone or
They
just, but
just-
there's I feel like there's like this weird arrogance
they
sometimes
correct
with the modeling world.
Yeah,
Like,
they
arrogance,
correct
yeah.
flaws, or not flaws, but they look at things that you have that even maybe they have, but like they call you out for it.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
They will
someone needs-
literally do
Well,
that.
you had,
Wild.
I mean, even like with old production, the people that took away your spicy mayo,
Yeah.
that's this attitude.
Wait, please,
They want you to
please
s-
tell.
I was on the one actually it was actually the one in Atlanta. They wanted me to be ready physically for a shower scene that was in like 2 days, and it was just like me, like it was just, they wanted to look sexy, and that's
Yeah.
what ended up being on what they used. But like like real quick though, at the end, the actual footage of it maybe 2 seconds at the most, and it doesn't even go past like my mid half, so it's just really like the top in there. So I'm like, yo. So what had happened was, we were at lunch one day, and I didn't know this was. I thought it was a joke at first, like. But I think the producer came up to me, or someone came up to me. They're like, "Hey, we got you a different lunch." Because I was like, "Oh yeah, that's funny." Like, no, I'm gonna eat. Like, I'll just eat. No, I'm cool with eating what everyone else is eating.
Yeah.
you don't have to do that. It was like tacos or Mexican food. I was like, "Yeah, hell yeah,
Yeah.
build your own taco bar." And they're like, no, we got you like poke. I was like, oh, well, okay, well, why? I like poke. And then it became this whole thing where like everyone was like coming up to me, Klein. They're like, hey, like, don't eat that. And they were eyeballing me the whole rest of the shoe. Like if I went to
Oh my God,
Crafty,
that would make
they'd be
me
like,
insane. That would make me
"What are you
insane.
eating?" It's like, oh, well, all you guys have
Ooh,
is Doritos.
Cheez-Its. Those are pretty salty.
This is what I'm eating because there's nothing else available. But like I was eating them. I was so mad. I was so mad. Just really petty. And I went and sat by myself for lunch, just eating my poke bowl. And the producer comes over. She doesn't really say much. She's just like, I'm going to take that. She grabs the spicy mayo, like ramekin, and walks away. I was like, I already used it. Like I doused the whole bowl. And I was like, guys, I don't think you understand. Like I know I've been in fitness for a while. I understand how my body works. And this is not going to this meal is not going to make me.
For the listeners, Jake is the type of body that is like literally always shredded. So I don't know why they're
Not with spicy mayo. They
I
knew.
was like, guys, like, are you good? So once I figured out, like, oh, they're serious. I was like, guys, I'm good. Like, it's fine. I don't understand how like the body works and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like, we just want you to be ready. I was like, I will be. And it was just funny.
Oh, that's so rough.
Really weird. I was like, that had really never happened. So that's why I thought it was a joke at first. From that, I was like, oh,
That's the attitude that a lot of those modeling people carry, and other people in this industry. I've been told to do sit-ups. Like you'll be in the middle of a shoot, and they'll be like, "Could you do some sit-ups?" And you're like,
okay.
"What?" And they're like, "I just."
Like do a little quick pump.
Yeah, like it doesn't look good type thing, and you're like,
oh, that is so. That would make me insane. So how do you how do you navigate that? And are you in a place now where like it doesn't really get to you, or does it still? Do you feel like still affects you?
I would say like it still affects me. Like I don't like I don't like that kind of
Obviously,
that talk in general. Like that sucks to hear. But I think I would say like I'm at a more confident state, like inside that where I'd be like, it's like I know what like.
Yeah.
A long time ago, that stuff would put me out. Mm-hmm. Meaning like just having someone say something. Like I remember growing up, I used to have really bad acne, and like I used to have a friend that would be like, "Oh, do you have poison ivy on your face?"
Oh gosh.
And like I saw that every day, and I knew it already made me upset, and so those things would just make you want to hide. I remember at one point, I think in 3rd grade, I hated my arm hair. Kids would just be like, "Oh, you got hairy arm." I had my mom bleach my arm hairs.
Oh my God.
I was gonna shave them, and my dad was like, "You're stupid. Don't do that." But yeah, so I bleached my arm hairs to hide from that, and that's been my whole life. Now it's a little easier, but at the same time, when there's stuff that I had a job one time where we were just laughing on set, and I have acne scarring, not crazy bad that you can't see or like straight up, but we're all laughing. He comes in, he was like, "Can you cover that up?" And I thought it was a pimple I had that day because I break out from the makeup. I was like, "Oh, this guy? Yeah, it's my friend." He was like, No, that. And he touched right here where there's like little dents. And I was like, "You mean my stuff I can't control that I already am self-conscious about?" And he was like, "Yeah." I just hid the rest of that project. I like stayed outside because it just was not like.
Oh my God.
It still eats.
Insecurity, or like there's definitely insecurities of mine that cut way deeper than something. Just like of course, like everyone gets pimples. There's things like I'm a little like, oh God, I wish I didn't have that as much. But like, if there's a deeper insecurity that someone points out right in front, especially publicly, like in front of people, it's like that does not.
That is so awful.
I feel like it's something also. It's like that we know that happens in this industry, unfortunately, too. Like more times than not. So it's like you gotta like try your best to let it. But for me, I'm like that I hate that. It really makes me sad. So I'm like, but it puts it's just like. But yeah, I feel like I have gotten a little bit better about like.
You've had enough of this.
Do you feel like wait, what?
Take that away from him?
Do you feel
water?
Yes. Switch to the water.
That's insane. I just think that industry, like entertainment in general, is just so hard, and it's like it's really hard to first of all navigate to get into, and once you're in, there's obviously a lot of competition, and you're always kind of thinking like, okay, like I need to like stay above or whatever. But like
even if you get to a certain point, that doesn't mean you can't get like
exactly. So it's
you can't get too comfortable because there's going to be someone else either younger or better looking or better more talented. It's like just because you get into a space where you feel like I'm good, like I'm working. That doesn't mean like
There's always
someone can't like
someone
gonna
else.
someone's gonna be hungry.
That's what's scary.
It's the same thing. Yeah, it is. You gotta always. That's the thing. You always gotta be on top of your game. And
I mean, that's a lot of my stress. Is sometimes you get. I mean, of course, my dad always says it. Is that one? Yeah, my dad says it sometimes. He's like, "You're not going to be 28 forever," and you're like, "I don't know. Just don't remind me." Yeah. But no, it's just scary because sometimes I get down because you are thinking about if maybe I'm not doing enough, or maybe I'm not pushing myself the hardest I should. What if you miss your opportunity? That's what's so scary.
Especially getting older too. Yeah. Like, I just turned 30. I'm like.
Did you really?
Yeah, he just
This
turned.
is so
Like
crazy to
last
me
week?
because,
12,
like, when
12.
oh my gosh, you are Leo. Because when I met you guys were in your early 20s, and so this is just like weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. Oh my god, I'm so
wild,
old.
Well, it's weird. It's weird to still feel like that. Meaning, like, not like that we're immature or anything. But
Up
no.
to interpretation.
Yeah, people have their opinions. It's
It will hurt us if you say that.
we are grown.
Very deep.
No, but like mentally, I'm stuck in that time period where I feel like you have more time to kind of figure things out. But then when you think about time has passed with COVID, or
just things in your life has happened.
things you've gone through. The fact that I turned 29 this year. Literally,
I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out.
Less than a
But
month,
no, I know your birthday's
"Wait,
coming
no,
up.
I think I'm still 24.
But the thing is, it's like I think it's a little bit more with men than women, but even for me, like, I'm 33 right now. I just turned 33.
I feel like you've been 33 forever.
No,
That's crazy.
no, but like I just turned 33 last month, and it's like I've had this kind of feeling of like my life is like just starting kind of thing, which is crazy to be a 33-year-old woman and feel that way. But I think there is that aspect of like, it's kind of never too late. And I think that the fact that you're saying that you still feel like you're kind of 24 in that mentality, that keeps everything more fun, and it keeps everything more energized. So I feel like there is like a sweet aspect of that I feel like people lose as they get older.
Exactly.
So I kind of like that you still have that spark in you.
And it seems like, I mean, at least everyone that I've talked to out here is like, 30s is great. Like,
No, it's the
like,
best.
Trust me. I'm like, because I was so, I
It's
mean,
like your 20s with money.
yeah. But I mean, before, when I turned, like last year, when I turned 29, I guess it was, I don't know. I was pretty like freaked out, but I guess it was more before that, when I was about to turn 29, when like before I got my first vertical. It was like, I'm like, I'm about to be 30. Like, I have one more year left of my 20s, so I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
So I was really, really like freaking out about turning 30. And then now I'm like, now I've invested, and I'm like, I hope it is a great, time
Yeah.
of life, a new chapter.
No, 30s are fun.
I'm excited. Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
born
yeah.
now.
It's-
It happened. Like it's happening. So it's like it has happened. So like there's
finances.
nothing you can do about
Yeah.
it.
It's just damn finances. Money isn't everything, but like if you can't,
Yeah.
you know how many
That's
times.
the only thing you're worried about is
Yeah.
paying a bill on time. It's like it's so stressful.
You know how many times I'd go out to eat with friends and like they'd be like, "All right, we all splitting." Not that I was expecting to be paid for, but at the time I really couldn't pay for myself, and so they'd be like, "We all splitting." To whisper to your friend and be like, "Hey, I get paid in 2 weeks. I'll send it to you then." To not have to do that takes away so much stress.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. Like, I think, all of us kind of have this mentality of like living life and having fun and enjoying moments. But I do think that and money isn't everything, obviously, but I do agree. Like, I think there is a level of freedom.
The baseline.
Money doesn't buy you happiness per se, but in a way, it's like
it supports it because
it buys you security, which then gives you the freedom to do things, like you said, freedom to do things that could bring happiness.
Yeah.
I get it. Like, loneliness is a thing. Like, you could be the richest person in the world, and if you don't have friends, you don't have like family, you don't have. If you're still not like, there's something inside of you that you're not confident, or you're struggling, that can be lonely. Like I've struggled with loneliness, and that is a shitty thing to feel, and it's scary sometimes, but at least like I felt like, of course money is that's not what's making me happy. It's the fact that I'm being able to like do things like for like have fun and like enjoy life that then brings happiness to me.
Yeah.
Do things with friends or like whatever.
I think we've all kind of been in a place, and I think that people often don't talk about like finances in general, just because it's a touchy subject. But we've all been there. Like we've all been in places like Zach, like a situation where you're talking about, where it's like I've definitely been in a situation where I couldn't afford something and I like just put it on a card because I was like, well, I don't want to like say that I can't, you know. And to be able to be, and I was in a lot of debt coming out of college, right? Like a lot, and I felt like I couldn't get out of it. But like once you do, it's like, for me now at my age, I never want to experience that again. So there is that kind of mentality where you're like, I know how bad it was then, and I never want to go there. So like for me now, even if I have like something in my like statement, I have to pay it off because like I get so scared of that, you know. But like we've all been there.
We always talk about it. It's just like sometimes you maybe work yourself a little harder than you should because you're so deathly afraid that you can't decline an opportunity or not do something, because the idea of going back to those times. No, I'm so for like, what if one thing
inspirational enough to keep working.
You say no to one thing, what if everything else stops at that point and then you go back?
I mean,
so freaky.
But it's also like, I think what's so great is that you guys are finding like such great joy and like fulfillment in what you're doing, because then you're open to taking the other opportunity. Because if you're like, I fucking hate my life and I hate my job, like taking those opportunities feels like an annoyance or like you don't want to. But for you guys, you're like, I really like love this.
Yeah.
And like
it's very rewarding when you can do those things that like if I like, we would do stuff and then like the next day or next morning, I would just look at my bank account and be like, why? Like you just instant regret of like, why the fuck did I do that?
Yeah.
It's stupid. I have rent due in fucking 3 days and I'm out. Like going out to a concert, even though it was the best experience. But like, of course, like, I don't regret that because like those little things were like motivated us to like, we're gonna keep going. It's like there's so many times where like I want to just be like, fuck this, I'm done. Like I'll go home, figure it out. And I didn't want to do that truly, but like sometimes it's like if that was the move, then maybe it would have had to been the move. But I'm just like I'm very grateful like where these opportunities have brought me now, because like now I can just like. Not saying I'm loaded. I'm like, just relax, but like it's
you feel good.
Like,
you can eat.
There's a little less stress.
I can go to Chipotle whenever, and that's
basically,
all I need.
Basically, I own a couple of Chipotles.
So besides, besides work, then, because I feel like you guys have both been really really busy with this stuff, and you travel sometimes for these shoots. So like outside of work, what have you guys been doing? Like what? Because before, I feel like when I was coaching with you guys, we were all still in an era of going out and like hitting the bars and things like that. But what do you guys do lately now for fun?
Things haven't changed. At least for me, changed that much.
Yeah,
I still even would do stuff when I shouldn't have, but now it's like I still like. I like to go out and like have like, especially like because this is a cool little community that's been built through these these verticals, and there's a lot of like friends amongst us that we will go do stuff or whatever. And other than that, just I still do the same. I like to chill. Like I like to have my alone time as well, but I feel like I'm a little more social than I used to be.
Yeah. I feel like, we still do the same things. I will say the thing that changed about me is just more of hating those environments, which is weird. I love festivals. I love those people. Yeah. I love being in a loud environment, people singing the same songs. But a bar, I used to back then just every weekend, as soon as it hit Thursday, it was like I better have. What are we doing? Yeah. What are we doing Friday? What are we doing Saturday? Maybe Sunday too. Now I'm kind of a little grandpa, and I'm trying to get a little better at it. But yeah, I don't do that as much, but I still do the normal stuff. Like we still hang out. We still go to Millennium.
Yeah, I know that.
We're going to
Ember Shores. We're going to the Cancun, Mexico Millennium Festival.
Stop it.
We can. We've been.
Wait, when? December?
The 3rd, 4th, and 5th. It's a all-inclusive, full package.
Since like he introduced me to Millennium.
Yeah,
this has been a year.
3
Wait,
years.
is it every year that they do this?
Yeah, he took off last year, so this is the 3rd year he's doing it though. But we can finally pay it each month and not be dying.
Wait, so he's playing 3rd, 4th, and 5th?
Yeah, he'll play at the pool, on the beach, multiple times throughout the day, alongside with friends of his who DJ throughout the day.
This is like your dream, your dream.
I might not come back.
Because, okay, for the people listening, Zach is truly the biggest Millennium fan there ever was. How many times have you seen him?
Just a little bit.
double digits for sure.
It's gotta be.
Almost double digits with sacks.
I don't even
You
want to
gotta
count
get
right
one,
now.
it's like 15 or 20 times.
Yeah, I should be up. I'm up.
Which is,
But like, okay.
I've seen an artist like I'm obsessed like once. It's like I've seen. I've seen Millennium at least.
What is it? What did I do that one
No
time?
matter if it's a festival or like a little like his own
Or
show.
Vegas or something.
Whatever,
Wait, but like also it's funny because Jake, you like hip hop.
I know.
I know.
But then
he got me into Millennium, and I've seen it.
I'll never forget the first time I took Jake to Athlenium.
Oh man,
It was so
Beautiful.
yeah, life is beautiful. It was my birthday weekend. I think we went with a friend group. I was so excited but nervous to show Jake because he loves his hip hop.
Yeah.
And Millennium's my favorite. We watch it, and I remember Jake turned to me. He was just like, "Dude, that guy is a performer. I wanna see him again." And you're just that's
he used
it.
to do a lot of like he's like every once in a while, let's go.
Yeah, let go.
But like his music is just so touching. It's like so. It just makes you feel something.
And the visuals too.
Oh yeah.
Feels-
So-
Yeah, he really tugs the heartstrings.
that's like- that's
And it makes
so
you angry cry.
But okay, so Zach, you know like every single song Millennium has like ever done. You know every song that's about to come out. You've gone double digit times. But like, is each experience still?
It's like the first time.
Wow.
That's wild.
Wow, that is crazy.
A song comes on that you've heard 1,000 times, and you're like, what? I record it every, like, if you look at my phone every time I go,
No, I know.
it's just
I'm
the
aware.
whole thing.
But like, do you feel this way about any other artist?
No. But when I obsess over things, I obsess. Jake always gets on me, like, he's like, why don't you buy a fucking shirt without the bangles on it, or a Millennium. I'll get packages all the time, and I'll be like, look at this new jersey I got. And he's like, why don't you buy a fucking normal shirt? Because
Yeah, you have like the entire merch store.
I've got all that, and then, I mean, I do.
Skyline's
Just a
Ohio.
Skyline chili.
I'm surprised you didn't wear anything Millennium today.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's something else that you're that obsessed with?
Food.
Okay.
Bengals. Walking Dead.
Star Wars.
Star Wars. Yeah, food. That's a big one. I eat the same stuff.
What do you
I just
eat?
interchange it. It's between Chipotle, Kava,
Ooh, kava's so good.
pizza, and then you just rotate them.
So would
You get 4 times a week.
Are there any spots in like your new area that you guys really like? Because now you guys live in Sherman Oaks.
In and
What's
out.
the vibe like there?
It's very chill.
It's so much better than
It's very, like,
Hollywood.
residential, and there's like not a lot going on. which
Not a
is
lot of
nice.
spooks.
Yeah, it's very. It's very. This was.
You'd think it'd be louder. We live right across the street from a hospital.
It's true. We were.
And
yeah, we're like, I don't know.
101, or is it the 101? Yeah. Not the, I mean, cut that. That kind of says our fans. No, just, I don't know if they're
Do you
going to come
guys
get us.
come out to Hollywood still a lot? Like if you go out and
Yeah.
things like that? Okay. There's not
Dude,
much
we're
to
just
do.
outing ourselves. I'm going to tell them where you go.
Desert Five.
Wait, I love Desert Vibe.
He loves Desert 5.
Wait, do you go there often? Is there always a line?
Yes.
So like
That's what I hate.
what's the sweet spot?
If I could just get in.
Like 410. Which is not a bad line.
410.
It's a little early, but I like it. It's fun.
Desert 5 is so fun. Do they usually have like a live band there?
Always.
Always.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Have you been there? Oh, Jake has to put his mic close. Okay, so I wanted to
going?
talk about your guys's, TikTok stuff. Do you media? Do
Yeah.
you still do that?
It's been a while.
It's like you're like no.
Yeah, we. Go ahead. Yeah, you.
I was
you
going to say,
explain it
it's, I mean, we've had tons of waves where you hit it heavy, and then tons of wave where it dies out. And it's not because we don't like doing it, but it really just, you hit those waves where, I'll be honest with me, sometimes you struggle with that feeling of, if it ain't making you money now, you kind of fear devoting time to it, especially when you have other stuff. So when he's on set for 12 hours, I'm on set. The last thing you want to do when you get home is try and cram that in. Or sometimes our schedules conflict. Like I won't be working, he will be.
Vice
Or
versa, yeah.
But like, how did that start? Like, maybe you guys aren't doing it now, but for a while, like you guys were doing these shorts, and then like it
During
kind of
COVID,
grew.
I think we
Okay,
started that, right?
okay.
We had a third buddy that we were working with, or we were really good friends with. That's a whole, like, obviously that's a whole other thing that I would not like to talk about. But we all started this thing, and then once we moved in together in Hollywood, we changed it to like to do you, and then
Yeah, it meant
started
more.
doing our own thing with it.
How would you like kind of think of these like skits though?
Just live.
Just a
Just
lot of it.
exist.
Like, he's I would say the main mastermind. Well, not he is the main mastermind of all the ideas, but
It all comes from.
but it also comes from like experiences or
Just
like how
talking.
we feel about things, and
or just us even interacting together.
they're like real things, but just obviously in comedic, much more like over dramatic. But like it's definitely things that like stem from our lives or how we feel about certain situations or people or whatever.
And that stuff's not dead, I will say.
No.
Even when we're not doing it, we always talk about like it's just nothing would feel more rewarding than if the thing that brought you to where you're supposed to go is something that you did together.
Yeah,
Being like,
that we started.
Yeah, create together, whether it's something we wrote together or just any kind of project we did that took you to your next step. That's what we still believe in, and when the time comes.
Yeah, I'd say the dream for both of us definitely is to like do stuff that we've created, like make your own content. Like that's so cool.
That's true happiness. I would. I always say like, if I can get to a spot in life where I can create with him, I can fly people from Ohio that I grew up creating, see my sister, my mom, dad, whenever I want, brother. That's happiness. If I can just still create with free will and be okay.
Yeah.
That's
That
happiness.
is happiness. But okay, so you guys have been friends now for a long time, a very long time. How have you guys kind of maintained like the friendship that you guys have? Because you live together and you guys kind of work in the same industry and you guys have been friends for so long. Like it is hard to kind of build friendships and relationships with like trust and loyalty in just LA in general. So like how do you guys feel like you have been able to keep that?
I think honestly, like, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like a lot of it stems from situations that we've gone through, like, since we've met. Like, I just feel like we've gone through some crazy shit. Whether it be, like, you know, having, like, personal family issues that, like, we've like, helped get through or helped each other get through, or, you know, our own friends leaving us, or, like, toxic friendships getting, like,
heartbreak.
Yeah, all sorts of stuff. I think like those we've gone through the trenches of like different like things in life that have sucked.
Yeah,
and I think that's just like continued to bond, and also we don't really like, even when we're home we don't fight. We don't like if anything it'd be like I said something about the dishes and like because I'm just being petty, and then we get in like a little and then it's over. It's bickering.
Yeah, I remember one time
we don't step on each other's toes. We don't get like we never really fight.
Yeah.
We've never gotten in a fight.
An example of our fights or our bickers is like, for example, I operate the trash differently. I typically bring it all the way up as high as I can and jam it down so that there's more room. Once it gets close to the top, he likes taking it out. And I remember one time we got in a little bicker fight. He was like, "How often do you take out the trash?" And I was like, I mean, not that often because you always do it. And he was like, "Yeah, I always do it." And you're like, "Well, dude, you take it out at 3/4 full. So if you take it out, then obviously I'm not going to take it out." And he's like, "Take it out more often." I was like, "But if it's not full, I'm not going to take it out." That's the kind
You guys
of
are like a married couple.
Yeah, it's like, and then like after that, it's like you want to watch football. Like you just want, like we want to hang out. It's like it's nothing that would ever be deep enough to be like hold a grudge over.
The bond also, like in my opinion, that like continues to keep us strong is I think being there and understanding each other, because we've always related to the fact of our upbringing, how we felt growing up, some of the similar like insecurities or struggles. And honestly, I don't know what I would do if I didn't have him in certain moments. Like if I could come home, I know, stop, don't say all, because it's going to trigger my emotional response.
Okay.
I felt the left eye got like nice and runny. I was like, stop. No, but I don't know what I would do without having that. Just looking forward to getting home and whatever you have to vent about, or if it's stupid, dumb, he's always been there. And I think having someone who understands, whether it's stupid heartbreak where someone came into your life for a day and then broke your heart, and then we're like,
oh gosh,
sad.
I love them.
That I thought we were gonna get married.
I loved them. I was
They
in
were
love with
gonna
that
be
person
my
from
wife.
the beginning, and they didn't for some reason love me back.
No, but those conversations and being able to just be there for each other just
makes a huge difference.
Yeah, I feel like seeing you guys your friendship grow and like also seeing you guys be such great friends now, it's obviously so sweet for me to see because I've known you guys for so long.
Yeah.
But also with you saying that, do you feel like you fall in love really fast?
No.
Okay, what?
I would say I
Yeah. Oh, it's. I will say. I love. I do.
I know.
And I
know
want
that about
love.
you.
That's one of the biggest dreams is like to get married. And so I feel like you get excited. Like say you meet someone that makes you laugh or say someone, God, dude, you say you like Millennium, you're in trouble. I'll be like,
Immediately.
what?
Page Jeweler store immediately.
No, but when you start getting those excitement, that feeling when you're with someone, it's easy to be like, ugh. Mm-hmm. And then when it ends quick, if that excitement hadn't like tamed itself down, you feel broken. And it sits with you if they just disappear and you weren't ready and you thought you're gonna yeah
After a day of knowing them.
and they laughed at your joke which said I love you too.
I've known this about Zach that he is he's a lover boy. What about you?
I would say
yourself.
yeah, definitely. You can attest to that too. I feel like we bonded over like
Falling in love too fast, too
yes,
easy.
yeah.
Wait, so what would you say is like your type?
Anyone that says hello. Not just kidding. Oh my god. Whatever, man. I don't know.
I guess that's hard because I think it is a real chemistry thing.
No, like just someone easygoing, like kind of that matches, just like chill, not wrapped up in drama, just like nice, kind.
Yeah.
Family,
Friends.
loves family.
Funny. I think sense of humor is so important. I can talk to a wall, but I want someone who can talk to a wall with me.
Mm-hmm.
That's one big thing. Intelligence, I think, is important. I want someone that says something. I mean, it's easy. I'm intelligent. Like, I have my knowledge and stuff, but there's certain things I'm not. So if you can find someone who says stuff where you're like, shit, I didn't know that before.
Yeah,
and you're like,
helps
keep
you grow.
speaking because I feel like I'm learning from what you teach me. And someone who's capable of taking care of themselves. Like if someone wrongs them or if they feel frustrated with someone in their life, it's not like a frustration that they can't manage. It's something that they're capable of being like, I'm strong.
Yeah, strong. Individual.
And then
I'm not dependent on you.
small.
Small.
In physicality.
Not like 10. Yeah. Small.
Wait, are you guys dating right now? No comment. No comment.
No, it's tricky. I'm not dating anyone.
Yes.
I don't know. It's just tricky in the sense of someone explained it as I haven't found someone that I want to date.
Okay, fair. That's
Because
fair.
I originally was saying like, oh, I'm afraid of it because I really am with whether it's fighting in a past relationship or being heartbroken. Nothing sucks more than opening yourself back up to that situation and falling back into that hole because it really does. It affects you. You drive to work and you're just like, meh.
So they have to be worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's where I'm at is just kind of like
But
just
you-
enjoying now.
Yeah.
That's good.
But yeah, like you're
People's-
dating, like more dating with intention, I guess.
Yeah.
So like, especially like, I mean, getting older, I'm like, why just at this point date someone if you don't see like any sort of like, if you don't see any sort of potential future, like for me at least, like my own personal opinion, I'm like, why would I get emotionally involved?
Yeah.
Were you guys both always like that though, or do you think it's age?
I would say I've always been like,
Yeah, I've always.
I like, because I always like, I feel like if I'm with someone, I do see a potential
Yeah.
future or something that we could work towards a future.
Yeah.
I'm
So
more.
I would say that, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm more selective now with past experiences, just not wanting to get there. But we also even talk about this. I don't want to keep introducing people to my parents
Or friends,
Like it's like nothing is harder than introducing someone into a friend group they're not a part of and having some struggle come with it, and then have them disappear after you were so. Look at this person, or your family. Even if they travel home with you. Like I want the next person that I go home with to hopefully be the last one that I say, Mom, Dad, I really want you to meet someone important.
No,
I'm tired of
that's fair.
you being like, what happened to so-and-so? You're like, well,
That was years
they
ago.
suck.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. Okay, it's like interesting because in like Korean culture, like you don't really bring someone home unless there's like intention of future. Yeah, and I understand that because it's like what you guys are saying, like you bring someone and then like a couple months later you go back home and you're like, oh, they're gone, because everyone else gets invested in them too. Right. You know, and it's like, God forbid, like they like really, really like them and then like they disappear. And it's like, oh, like I started developing a connection with them too. So like as a younger sister, I feel that way about with my brother. I'm always like, okay, only let me meet a girl if she's someone that's going to stay, because I don't want to get attached. Yeah.
That's fair. That's very fair.
I wanted to ask, like in the past, I don't know, 5 years or so, like, do you guys have like an experience that was a really big challenge in your life that you feel like has really shaped you to where you are right now? Because I feel like both of you guys, just talking to you right now, you are in a place where I can sense it. Like I could feel the energy that you guys are like happy and that you feel like confident and you're just in a more like settled and stable place. So was there something, and if you don't want to talk about it, that's okay, but like if there's something that you felt like really challenged you that has shaped you to where you are right now? Big question.
I would say, I mean, for me, like in 2019, excuse me. In 2019, my mom had cancer, and then last year my dad had cancer.
Oh man, I'm so sorry.
In the past, what's that 5, 6 years? Like both my parents have gone through cancer, which is like
just like this. That was like a stint of
that was wild. And I say that especially like my mom going through it first. I was like, but there's a lot. Like there's been a few family members of my family that have died from cancer. Like most of the people I've known in my family that have died, like passed away, has been from cancer. So that's obviously like those two things have really like, that's been two pretty big, like huge obstacles that have really tested me. And because like, even like last year was like when my dad was going through it, like luckily not luckily, but like because of like the work and like because of like things were getting better, I was able to
go see him.
Like, and like times where it was like getting to the point where like we don't know.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's like he's doing a lot better now. But it was like there's a couple of times where I'm like, that may have would have been the last time maybe to see him. So it was.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
But because that's why I'm so grateful for these jobs, because like because of that I was able to go visit. I was able to just surprise him.
Yeah.
And I've never done that in my entire life.
That's so awesome.
And it was really wild.
What the?
Like it was the first time I was seeing like my dad cry like for like to me. So it was like it was really cool.
A strong man was able. Yeah, you got him, which was so cool.
It was really awesome, and I have a video of it, so it's really.
I'm so sorry. I didn't like. I've known you all this time, and I didn't know you were going through that. Which also, even though you're going through such hardship, like you really like show up with such like positivity and like a smile on your face and with like really great energy, which I think is just like really beautiful. And I think that kind of positivity and energy will come back to you, because that's hard. Like you're going through shit and like nobody knows, but like you're still showing up. That's awesome, Jake.
Yeah. Not even with like going back to like us being friends, like one thing that Jake's always done, even through all that stuff, he'll always be the first person to still actually check in with you, which is cool. Like no one's ever just called me to check in how it is being home with the fam and stuff, but Jake will be like, how's the fam? And like struggling with whatever he is. So
yeah. What about you? Have you?
I'd say my biggest one happened this Christmas. Losing, we call her Gagi. That's my grandma. She's my mom's mom, and she was there for the first part of me being raised, because fun fact, my dad didn't meet me till I was 9 months old. So that's a fun fact. It's a whole other story. It's really exciting. Maybe we save it for episode 2.
Okay, yeah.
No, but Gagi, she was just a you don't need no man's type of woman. So strong. She used to call my exes that ever like were mean to me or ever hurt me emotionally, they were known as history. Like she would call, like if I ever brought them up, she'd be like, "You talking about history?" And you'd be like, "Come on, stop." No, but we sadly lost her. She was coming to, oddly enough, be there for my dad, who his dad passed last year. And we were celebrating his life, and on the way to Ohio, our city in Ohio, car crash, and she was coming to celebrate Christmas and stuff.
Oh my God.
Big life-changing moment. I was even with my past relationship at the time, and I remember like being in the hospital with like my family, and all I could hear was her voice. Like she was saying, history.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I remember thinking there, I was like, we weren't technically together, but we were still speaking. I remember just sitting there. I was like, I'm going to just randomly text and be like, bye. That's the fun part of it. But really the biggest thing that I learned from it is the importance of time. And no matter what you're going through, busy, money issues, there is nothing that you should sacrifice for extra time, either with your family, friends, whether you're not feeling it or not, because you never, it's so important. And also just the other thing of making sure I'm staying with my right foot forward so that I'm heading in the right direction. Because all I wanted was for her to be there for the first movie premiere, for your wedding and stuff. And you just don't know. It's always...
Can't take it for granted.
Oh my God, guys, I didn't know that like you guys were going through all of this. I mean, I did know because I still keep in touch with you and Em a lot, but obviously you guys have both kind of went through like very tough situations with family and stuff. And like that's obviously shaped you in a lot of ways. I wanted to ask, like, how do you feel like that has kind of changed how you view life and like success in life and joy in life?
I'd say enjoy the little things and don't take things for granted, for sure. Especially when it, like Zach said, when it comes to time and family, and because you just never know.
It's like I stopped. I stopped going home for Thanksgiving because I was too busy, or I wanted to be available for opportunity.
Yeah,
it's make the time. I wouldn't answer
like if you can do it, just do it.
Yeah. Sometimes it's annoying. Your family will call you, ask you. Not like annoying. When I say annoying, I'm saying like say you're like in the middle of stuff and you're like, ugh. Don't take that in. Do it because the hell are you? What do you got going on?
Yeah.
What do you got going on?
No, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, one more before we go into rapid fire. Like, what keeps you guys motivated and inspired?
I thought you
Besides not going back to the old ways, I would
say up at night. Everything.
I think a lot of it has to do with like just what keeps me motivated is like that I'm having fun. Like this fun that I'm having and this confidence and this new feeling I have in myself has kept me like super motivated.
What keeps me... I feel like I put a lot of pressure on myself to do things for the sake and not for the happiness of other people, but there's a lot of people that I would love to make proud. Whether that's your family, your friends, your parents, wanting to be able to give back to certain people. That's one of the drives that keeps me going. Is there's so many other goals outside of even just success in your own career. One day I want to be a dad. And so like you want to keep going for the sake of maybe stopping your parents from working, or maybe being able to have kids one day and not be like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's really just, and also it's just, as you've been chasing it in a way since you were a kid. And it would feel so wrong to stop. Because what the hell else? What else are we going to do?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Not that that's what keeps us going, but I'm saying that like,
No, that's
there's
good. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, now we will go into rapid fire. Some of these are not that rapid fire, but some of them are. Okay, if you could have an unlimited supply of one thing, what would it be?
That was my buzzer.
So what's your answer?
Sushi.
Sushi.
Really?
All of it.
I think mine's Chipotle.
Jeez, you really love Chipotle.
Yeah,
That's wild.
Unlimited that, or like something that you use all the time.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Like a main, like toiletries.
Like, well, we get a lot of energy drinks. So imagine if you just had
you know how much money we would save? Yeah, that's true.
Which energy drink?
I use Ghost.
Okay, I
Because
remember
they're sour
that.
and like.
Whatever.
What is the stupidest dare you've ever agreed to?
Dare?
Yeah.
I don't
Dare.
I don't ever pick dare. I always do truth. I hate doing shit like that. I don't like doing things that
I know I've done stupid
embarrassing.
stuff. Hold on.
I don't know.
I'm easy to dare. I don't like being. You say you
would
won't?
you rather truth or dare?
Truth.
Always dare.
Truth.
You're
No,
truth.
I would prefer
always.
truth in that sense, but
Always,
it's more of like if you doubt me,
I'll prove
You're
you
gonna
wrong.
do it.
All I
Yeah.
gotta
I'm
say
gonna
is
do
Zach, he won't. He'll be like, oh, dude.
No,
I'll do it.
I think
You won't do
the
that.
stupidest. I don't know if this is. I know I have stupider things or more stupid. But I was drinking one night in Ohio with my friends and stuff. Got a little too silly. We got kicked out of a bar. My friend and I, we were mad. We were upset. And I get a little sarcastic when I drink. And we went to another bar, and our friends were like, sit here. You guys need to stop acting up. And I was like, fuck all these people. They kicked me out. And we're sitting there, and my buddy, he's like, dare you throw that candle. And
Oh
there was like
my
a little,
goodness.
I thought it was a plastic candle. It was like a glass one in this restaurant. And so I was like, all right. And he's like, 3, 2, 1. And I launched it over my shoulder. Fucking management comes right up. They're like, did you guys hear that? And we were like, no, we're looking to order pizza though. We're ready. They're like, all right. And they come back up. They're like, did you guys throw something? We're like, no, we're trying to order pizza.
Oh my
And they're like, we have footage. We were like,
my God.
we were like, what do you mean you have footage? We're trying to order pizza.
It's at the security.
We got booted out, and our dumbasses, we were mad. We took it out on our friends. We were like, fuck them. We're going to go get our own food. We're going to get going. My phone died. His phone died. We started walking down the freeway, got pulled over by the cops.
Oh my
Apparently, it's
God,
illegal
Zach.
to do that.
So you got kicked out of 2 places and put in a cop car?
Yep, and we got
That's a
ticketed
bad-
for
that's
it.
a
You can't
bad-
walk. You can't walk on a freeway.
No.
So that's stupid.
No,
But tell me, I won't. I will.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Finish the phrase. The way to my heart is.
Food.
The way. Reese's peanut butter big cups, king size. Yeah.
So specific.
Or back scratch.
That's so back
Back
scratch.
scratch.
Mine's
Food.
Food.
food or revenge, reciting Revenge of the Sith.
Star Wars
Yeah.
lines.
Oh
Yeah.
my
You will not take it from me.
Lightsabers.
Yeah, ignite a lightsaber in the dark. Done.
Okay.
Sound.
Master Skywalker. If I,
I
say
didn't know
it,
you were such a Star Wars fan.
yeah. That's
Oh,
we
yeah.
have a poster in our living room, and then also, I mean, ever since we've been friends, I think we've watched Revenge of the Sith over 20 times.
Yeah, we just
Oh
watched.
my
You want to watch it again?
goodness.
Like, sure,
Yeah.
it's not that time. We haven't watched it in a while.
We'll start something else and then just turn on Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, it's been 4 days. Just watch it again.
Since you guys are were or still are in fitness, what is your favorite workout? I know you both don't like leg day.
Yours is the
Let's
day
see.
off.
Rest day. My favorite workout is. I don't know. I don't really have a favorite. Workout, to be
Mine's-
honest. Like lift or
Like the move?
yeah.
I guess, yeah.
I like a devil press because there's so much shit going on. It's like a push up with a sprawl with a snatch. So you drop
Is
down.
that what
and
it is?
You drop down into a high plank push up,
Push
snap
up.
the feet forward from the floor to the
Just
ceiling.
okay.
Burpee.
Yes.
Snatch.
Burpee.
Burpee.
You like burpees?
Surfboard. Burpee.
You like surfboard?
I'm 45, shout out.
Love
What the
'em.
fuck?
What is your? I asked this to everyone, but what is your guys' ick?
Ick
Yeah.
to like like just anyone in general.
Yeah. Or a girl.
Bad attitude,
Uh,
just like shitty attitude.
yeah,
just
just
like
stink.
just being a stink.
Just,
yeah. Just having that that face that you're like,
it's
like what? Just,
Yeah, it's like,
did
what
you
the
fart?
fuck
Like
is-
what?
yeah.
What
Some
what
smell.
smells so bad
And
that
going-
you're having that worse,
yeah.
that bad of an attitude?
mine's similar to
Bad
that.
attitude.
It's like when you're just talking to someone, you're like, oh, this is a normal people conversation, and then they say something where you're just like, nope, you suck. Like it could be like
Next.
It could be like even just a simple like, oh, did I tell you that one time I met this famous person and like I'm related to this family person or famous? You're like, no, didn't ask.
Yeah.
That's not related to what we're
Okay,
talking
I
about.
know what you're- I know what you're talking about.
You fucking
Unwarranted
suck now
information.
because-
Yeah, I don't like you
Yeah,
anymore.
I don't think you're cooler.
You're
because
not
of what
invited
you
to my
told me.
birthday party.
Oh, I know that person. Shut up.
I don't like
No,
that.
okay, I get
Bad
what you
attitudes
mean.
and unwarranted
Just say-
information.
It's like
flexing information.
yeah,
Yes,
anything.
yes.
Bad attitudes and clout chasing.
Yeah,
Yes.
No,
just being,
thank you.
Just huffing and puffing. Huffing
Ew,
and puffing.
like what are you? What?
It's like,
Grow up.
Okay.
sorry, your day sucks.
Yeah, I was having a great day until
Yeah.
you came along.
Ew.
Okay. What is something on your bucket list that you've already done and one you have yet to do?
Ooh,
Well,
I would say I would love to go to South America again. I want to go to Peru,
Okay.
Lima. Yeah. What I want to do is go to Japan.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Travel.
a good
Really,
one.
all
Yes,
has to do
yes.
with. Like, I would love to travel. Some.
I would love to go to Japan
Yeah,
too.
that's like number one. Or Greece. That's
One.
like number two.
mine. I don't know if I've done too many.
of my bucket list. They're all either upcoming. Ember Shores is coming up. Oh yeah. I want to drink around the world at Disney World. Like I want to drink at all those spots. I want family. I want
all
jet ski
happening,
across
all in
the
the
Atlantic.
works.
Yeah. Or loading. TBD. I was gonna say TBD. Like,
Have you
but I
guys
meant,
gone
like,
skydiving?
No, I don't.
No, I
care
don't
to.
know if I'm dry. Like
I'm
have
not
that-
built
Up
for
there.
that. I'm not built for that.
I would do
It was
it.
so
Very
fun.
scared. Oh really?
It's honestly so fun. It is like
thinking about it.
the
that
best
just
feeling
scares
ever.
me
I don't know why,
so
Zach. I
much.
would think that you would want to do
I would
that.
do it if someone said you won't, like we talked about, but
Okay.
I'm not gonna jump up and plane.
I'm not gonna do it willingly. Yeah.
Okay.
Woohoo! Not a perfect day.
This was Melissa's question. Biggest red flag you ignored because you were blinded by love.
Ooh,
That's a good question. Whoa.
dude.
You're like, let me get my list out. I'm just kidding.
Shit. There's a lot. Yeah.
Holy. Then like, did it end with a poor like ending or like what?
It
Well,
doesn't
it's
matter.
just-
It's just
if
like
you
what,
look-
after the fact, you
Yeah,
look back and
you
you're
look-
like,
oh.
you're like, shit, I wish I would have seen that. I'd say.
Oh jeez.
I have a lot.
top 2.
Top 2 would be someone telling a story about how they were a decent person in their past relationship and leaving out, like saying like, oh, there was a chance I would have cheated, but I didn't because
Oof.
that's wrong. Because of love and believing them, you took what they said as truth. Later learned out, like after they did cheat, I re-asked those questions. It was a lie. Things were left out. There were certain things that happened that would have made them look worse in the beginning. And then the second thing would be someone who hates your friends. If they're like, I fucking hate your friends and I don't want to be around them. I don't hang around dickheads. Like people that deserve to be talked to about like that. But because of love, I was like, let's figure this out.
Yeah.
Let's make you understand why I love these people and why it's weird that you say I don't care.
That's
that you
big
love
for
them.
me too. So
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah.
Next time someone says anything like that and it's something I care about,
You're like someone you're with should like want to have a
Understand
relationship
what
with
yeah.
your friends and like try with your friend. Yeah. I
Someone
agree.
Being invited to Millennium, being like, oh, I don't, no way, I can't do that. Cool.
What about you,
See you
Jake?
never.
I don't know. I guess a red flag I ignored.
I think I'd
What
say
would be like?
there's.
It's more.
I
just
mean,
like,
I've gone through it, but also something I've seen with you is just like I'd say like a controlling aspect of someone
Yeah.
who's like very with you in the past, call you out for certain things that they get frustrated by, but then when you bring up something saying like, hey, this makes me feel a little weird, they're like, oh my gosh, you're so jealous,
Yeah.
Jake, you fucking weirdo.
Or like
That-
or they do shit that like that I know that would like bother me, but they just act like it's all willy nilly. Like they do, like they
Yeah.
just make bad choices and like putting themselves in situations where it's just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, and how would you want? Like, how do you think I would react to this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, being like,
And
But
it's
if it was
tell
like
you
reversed, they
I would be
Done.
fucking blasted. I'd be, dude.
execution
For
in
sure.
public.
Yeah, it'd be bad, yeah, so it'd be a public
Friends and
execution for sure.
yes.
Okay.
Jacobs.
That
Okay.
was a really good question. Wow.
Yeah, nice.
Great job, Mel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great
All right. This will be the last question. What are you most excited for in this season of your life?
On this season.
Wow, I would say continue.
Football.
Yeah, football season. I
Football
would
season, in
say
fact.
just like hopefully put like continued growth,
Yeah.
like what in all aspects of life, whether it be, my career in acting or trying to hopefully pursue that, or
Mhm.
like friendships and
Yeah.
building our stuff and our relationship
Mhm.
continue to like build and anything we want to
Mhm.
create, and just hopefully like things continue to move forward.
I
Just
think
everything moving forward.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same
We're
thing.
going up,
Even with
yeah.
like friendships, family, relationships,
Family, for
anything,
sure, yeah.
being there more.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning like, just I know I care, but making sure you give that time to people. Like
Yes.
giving them. Like I last went home, heard some sad things from my friends back home, and I was like, holy shit. It's been a long time since I've just like asked, how are you doing? And a lot of those guys don't get that.
Yeah.
And so being there for people, but then also, like you said, just continuing to figure out what the next step is
Yeah,
and how
continue to be happy.
to sit on
Yeah.
this couch when we come back
Mm-hmm.
and have new things.
Yeah, new stories and stuff.
Oh my god, guys, this was so fun.
Oh,
You
so
guys are
thank you,
awesome. Thank
Debbie.
you so much for coming
you, Debbie.
on.
Thank you.
All right, we'll
Thank
see
you,
you next
Debbie.
time.
See you next time. Thank you, Little Debbies. That's what your fans are called, Little Debbies. Little Debbies. Oh, Little Debbies.